Hello everybody and welcome to day 6 of the Tour de Fleece! Yay! Today is the 2nd of July. Yesterday I didn't do a lot of spinning. Like I said, I was very tired when I got home and I spun for, I don't know, 20 minutes and I just couldn't keep my eyes open anymore, so I went to bed. But let me show you how far I got last night. It's really not far. This is it. That's like no yarn at all. I continued on the SpinCity UK Fibre. I started the second bobbin because the first bobbin was full, and yeah, this is what I'll be working on tonight as well. It's I think it's 7:30. Yeah, it's 7:30 now, and I'm going to start spinning for tonight. Maybe later on I will knit on a sock because I really feel like knitting. I haven't knit in a week. Well, I did knit during the speed knitting workshop from Mirjam Tegels. She's the world record holder for fastest knitter in the world. And I had a workshop with her yesterday. So I did knit a little bit then. But I really feel like knitting a bit more. But I do want to spin because it is Tour de Fleece and I have plans for Tour de Fleece. I want to work through my fibre and I do really love spinning. But we'll see how far I get today. There is some work stuff that I would like to do as well, but I'm not sure if I will tonight because I'm again a little bit tired. What I do have, first I'm just going to watch some podcasts, do some spinning and enjoy my alcohol-free gels, and the sun is shining, as you might be able to see. It's just shining in my face. And then also, this bobbin and these yarn guides are new. They finally came in, but it also meant that my it means that my new motor also came in. Maybe I'm going to install that. I have to look up how to do it. It should be really quite easy. If it's as simple as I think it is, I might just do that right now because, well, it will help with the spinning. We'll see. I think I will actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that now. If I can, I might record this, but probably not because I probably will need both my hands to unscrew some screws. But yeah, okay, yeah, I am going to do that now. Yay for a new motor, yay. If it works, I hope it works, otherwise I can't spin tonight. Okay, so I'm just watching the video on how to replace the motor by Dreaming Robots, the producer of these wheels. And to replace the motor, you have to do something with these screws. You have to unscrew them, and I'm not that far in, but you have to either make the holes bigger, or you have to move them a bit to the side. This is Nano, the first version of the Nano. The newer version of the Nano does have the new motor. The difference is, you can see here, mine has a white backing on the motor, and the new motor, upgraded one, has a black back. And the difference is this one is about 25% faster than the original one, and it also has a bit more power. Words. But yeah, he gives a couple of suggestions on how to the tools you need to be able to make new or bigger or I don't know what holes. One of them is using a modeling knife. Well, I don't have a modeling knife, but I do have a Stanley knife, so for hobby, so I can use this. Second option he gives is an actual screwdriver, like that's going to be interesting to be using in my wheel. And the third option is something, I don't know what it is, but it looked exactly the same as this. So this is going to be interesting, you guys. I keep you up to date. We're just going to do it, right? Let's move on with the... I'm going to watch the video first in its entirety, so that I don't mess things up, so that I actually know what I'm doing, so that I know what I have to do with those holes, if I just need to make them bigger or move them or whatever. Well, I'll keep you up to date. See you soon! Okay, so I just watched the video on how to do it, and it is actually quite simple. The only thing you have to do is take off this pulley, which you can easily do. When you just got the wheel, this one tends to fall off, so you can take it off. And then you have to unscrew these two screws, and this is the bottom, and unscrew these two and take out, then you can take out the motor. But the new motor, the holes for the screws are a little bit farther aside than on the current motor, and that is why you have to drill 2 new holes or make little slots. I want to do that. That's going to be a lot easier than with like a Stanley knife. It's going to be a bit less dangerous too, I think. But the finest drill I have, I think, is too thick. So I'm going to ask my upstairs neighbor from the 3rd floor if he has a smaller drill. I think they probably have. So be right back. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so I don't know how well you will be able to see this, but these on the sides here, these black holes, that's where the screws need to come. So I hardly have to drill anything. I can just make the holes a little bit bigger, and that should be just fine. Just a little bit to the side, and that will be fine. And I took out the screws, and they have this, let me see if it focuses. Well, you can see from a distance. These have these little metal rings, and I hold them next to my drill, and I looked from the front, and it's really clear that my drill is smaller than this biggest outer ring, so I can just use my drill. I don't need to bother my upstairs neighbor for it, so I can just use this and make bigger holes, and that's what I'm going to do now. Yay, fun times. Whee! Look, I did it. It has bigger holes now. Whee! I did use the drill first, but other than you would think, it took seriously forever. I expected it to be a 2-second job, just a little bit of drilling and then you were through, but that took minutes and minutes of drilling, and it may have to do with that this is actually a wood drill. I do use it for concrete and stone, which I probably shouldn't, but I do. But it doesn't really work very well on plastic, on this hard, nano going everywhere, on this hard plastic. But I did it, and let me show you. Let me put this in here and find 2 screw holes. Ta-da! Now let me center it. Yes. So they're just big enough, I think. Maybe I need to make them a little tiny bit bigger, but I think this is just perfect. So I'm going to try and screw the screws in. Also, this little handy dandy Stanley knife came in very handy because the drill didn't want to cut through this plastic. So what I did, I did cut out a little triangle like that, which was much easier than I expected. This went really easy. The drill wasn't easy, but then with the drill I just pushed it sidewards like this. So pushing it sidewards, and that's what made the holes round. So sort of round, but the screws will be over that, so you won't see it. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to insert these screws here. See, the little screws fit perfectly fine. Yay, it fits. I also attached the red and the black cable on the inside. So yeah, it should be ready. It should be working. So I'm going to plug in the cable. I cannot really do that one-handed. So it's plugged in now. Moment of truth, you guys. Moment of truth. Yes, it works. Woohoo! It works. Yeehaw! Hey, I did it! I fixed it! I'm so happy, and now I can happily spin the night away. Oh, come join me on this spinning night. Yeah, the Jills is alcohol free, but I don't know. I'm just weird, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to spin. And I'm really excited to see how fast it can go and what it can do now. And yeah, let's get this spinning party started. Yeehaw! And by the way, what I wanted to tell you, one last thing, is so this is the card from Dreaming Robots. It's the Electric Eel Wheel Nano. This is the wheel I am spinning on. And for Dutch people, this might be interesting, or, well, I think she ships internationally, but this is where my wheel was purchased and where I bought all the accessories. So this is where I bought my spindles, bobbins and yarn guides, and yeah, and the new motor, of course. It's called Wool Local. .nl. It's really simple. I wanted to show you the bobbins that also came in today, or yesterday. And those are these 3, and that pink one, of course. But yeah, I have a red one and an orange one and a lime green one, and then this very, very pink one. And also these yarn guides. I have the yellow ones put on my wheel, but I also have yeah, this is going to be difficult to see, but it's a light blue and a light pink, and there's the golden ones that I had from the beginning that I purchased with the wheel, or I didn't do it, my family in-laws, my in-laws did it, but this yellow is the same. I have this bobbin, I already had it. It's the same yellow as I bought for the yarn guides. And this pink is also in the yarn guides. And I also have the blue bobbin that matches. That's the same as this. Anyway, if you're interested in where you can buy, because I remember from my podcast where I showed my wheel for the first time that I got questions about where I purchased my stuff. So yeah, Wool Local. So yeah, now the party can get started. Let's get spinning.